This video lecture demonstrates the use of UNIX commands in creating files. A new file can be created in UNIX in three different ways. Number one, using touch command. Number two, using cat command along with output redirectional operator. Number three, using VI editor. The touch command is used to create new empty files. It is basically used to change the timestamps on existing files and directories. The syntax of the touch command is $touch space options space file name or file names. The touch command, when used without any options, it creates empty files. The touch command creates the files for which the file names are provided as arguments if files with such names do not already exist. If the file exists, then it sets the access and modification time for the file to the current time when running the touch command. The touch command can also create any number of files simultaneously. To create a single new empty file, we give a command touch space file name s1. This command creates a single empty file called s1. To create many new empty files at a time, we give a command touch space s1 space s2 space s3 space s4, where s1, s2, s3, s4 are file names. This command creates several empty files that is named as s1, s2, s3 and s4. Now let us see the demonstration of touch command. I have put ls command in the beginning. Ls command is a command which lists all the files which are there in the current directory. It has listed three files, namely apple, fruits and monks. Next I have put touch t1. This command creates an empty file called t1. Next I have used a command called ls-al, where you can see in the last line the file t1 is listed, and you can see there the size of the file is 0 bytes, which means that it is an empty file. Next I have used touch command to create several empty files. Touch T2, T3, T4, T5 will create new empty files, namely T2, T3, T4, T5. I have used ls command. There you can see the file T1 was already created. Now you can see that T2, T3, T4, T5 are also listed when I use ls command. Then I have used ls-al command, where you can see there T2, T3, T4, T5 are all empty files which are newly created. Next I have used touch command to create several empty files again. Touch space s open brace 1 2 dots 10 close brace. Now here I am specifying a range from 1 to 10. Now this command will create new empty files from s1 to s10. So when you list, you can see there s1 to s10 are already created. Next, touch command is used again to create two new empty files, namely category.txt, subcategory.txt. This is created using the command touch space open brace category comma subcategory close brace .txt. So this touch command will create two new empty files, namely category.txt and subcategory.txt. When I have used ls command, you can see there category.txt and subcategory.txt are listed just because they are created right now. The second method of creating new files is using cat command along with output redirectional operator. We use a command called cat greater than sample1. Then you can type the text whatever that you want to put in the file called sample1. After typing the text, you have to press Ctrl D. Then the $prompt will return. Whatever the text that you have typed will be saved in the file called sample1. This command allows the user to create a new file called sample1. The key Ctrl D indicates end of file. Another way of creating new files using cat command along with redirectional operator is merging the contents of several files which are already existing and then redirecting it to a new file. Say for an example, cat sample1 sample2 greater than new sample. This command allows the user to create a new file called new sample, which contains the contents of sample1 and sample2. If new sample is already created and has some content, it will be overwritten by the above command. Now let us see the demonstration of creating files using cat command. I have used a command called cat greater than UNIX commands. Then I have typed several UNIX commands, namely who am I, log name, tty, uname, id, date. Then finally I have pressed Ctrl D. Then you can see that $prompt is returned. Then when I use ls command, you can see there the file UNIX commands is already created. So when I use cat UNIX commands, it also writes the contents of the UNIX commands file on the screen. Next, I have used cat fruits. So this command will write the contents of the file fruits on the screen. Next, I have used cat monks. This command will write the contents of the file monks on the screen. Next, I have used a command cat monks fruits greater than new mf. This command will redirect the contents of the files monks and fruits to a new file called new mf. Hence, new mf is a file which is created which will have the contents of both files monks and fruits. So when I use cat new mf, you can see there the contents of the file new mf are listed on the screen. The third and final method of creating new files is using a VI editor. The VI editor has got three different modes. They are namely command mode, insert mode and ex command mode. In command mode, all the keys pressed by the user are interpreted as editor commands. The VI editor normally opens in this mode. In this mode, the user can move the cursor and cut, copy, paste the text. This mode also saves the changes made to the file. All the commands used here are case sensitive. Say for an example, to delete a character under the cursor, we use a small case X. We use a capital X to delete the character to the left of the cursor. We use a small dw to delete the character that is selected to the end of the word. We use small dd to delete the current line. We use capital D to delete from the current character to the end of the line. The second mode of the VI editor is insert mode. This mode is used for inserting the text into the file. The user can switch to the insert mode from the command mode by pressing I on the keyboard. To return to the command mode, the user needs to press the escape key. The third mode of VI editor is EX command mode. The bottom line of the VI screen is called as the VI editor command line. This mode is invoked by typing a colon while VI is in command mode. In EX command mode, if we give :W, it will save the file, but it will keep the file open. If we give :WQ, then it will save the file and it will quit. If we give :Q, it will quit without saving. Now let us see the demonstration of VI editor. I have used a command called vi space course, then I have pressed enter. Now you can see that vi, it goes into the VI editor command mode, and you can see that the file is opened, and at the bottom of the line you can see the file name as course, and it is also put as new file. Then I have pressed I so that the editor goes into insert mode. Then I have typed the text that I wanted to insert in the file. Then at the end I have pressed escape, then :WQ, so that the file is saved in the name of course. So when I list using ls command, you can see there the file course is already created and hence it is also listed. When I use cat course, you can also see there the contents of the file course is listed on the screen. To summarize, this video presentation demonstrates the three methods of creating files in Unix operating system. The first method is using touch command. Using touch command, we can create single or several empty file. The second method is using cat command along with output redirectional operator. And the third method is using VI editor. Thank you.